hopefully go for a nice swim.
It's freezing cold!
Oh good.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Welcome to Çanakkale, here at the Dardanelles Strait, which is of utmost importance for the history of the First World War as a strategic point, and also for the history of Troy, which happened not too far away from here. And today we are going to go and explore this beautiful city by the ocean.
The Gallipoli campaign was a military campaign that took place on the Gallipoli Peninsula. To the west you have the Aegean Sea, and to the east the Dardanelles Strait. So as Naomi was just saying, this place is historically incredibly important, and the Gallipoli campaign resulted in hundreds of thousands of casualties and deaths, which resulted eventually in the success or the victory of the Ottoman Turks. The Gallipoli campaign itself took place between February 1915 and January of 1916, and it was basically an attempt to weaken the powerful Ottoman Turkish Empire, which basically led to a total and complete failure. This strategy was actually a terrible idea, because as you will see, we will show you guys off in the distance, hills upon hills, and they had an uphill battle. The Brits and a lot of the opposing forces had an uphill battle to fight the Germans and the Turks at the time, and it resulted in a total failure.
We came to Çanakkale to relax and unwind a little bit because of the amount of travels that we did in the past few months, and there couldn't be a better place than Çanakkale to do exactly that, because it has a small town charm, small town vibe to it. So everything here is very relaxed and kind of laid back, but you also get loads and loads of options here. So in terms of cafes, restaurants, you can go to the beach, there are museums. If you want to see a little bit of historically related places, you can do that as well with Troy, and obviously the entire history around the First World War around here. So no matter what it is you're looking for, you can definitely find it here. Just do, like, for example, one day at the beach and one day of exploring the area. It is just truly amazing. We asked our Airbnb hosts where we could find the best beach here in the area, and they were telling us to go to Tepe, which is on the other side of the Dardanelles Strait. So how to get there? You can basically take a ferry, I believe for 9 Turkish lira, all the way over to Eceabat, which is like 20 or 30 minutes on the ferry, and then you can take a bus to go over to Tepe, which is exactly what we're going to do now, and take you on the journey with us.
Wow, so we made our way onto this ferry, and we will be shortly crossing the amazing Dardanelles Strait. And here on the edge of this beautiful boat or ferry, you'll have incredible views over the Dardanelles Strait itself. Have a look. You have beautiful clear blue water. Naomi got us some refreshments. We got some lemon fuse iced tea. Of course the prices on the boat are going to be a little bit more than they are back on land, but who cares? With this amazing view off of this ferry, it's all worth it. We are so excited to go and check out Eceabat, and also the amazing beach, or so we've been told, the amazing beach of Tepe. So let's go.
I'm currently learning Turkish a little bit, and I did the entire order in Turkish, and I even I asked for it and everything in Turkish, and he understood me. I'm so proud of myself.
Nice. I'm proud of you. That's incredible. Yeah, we're both excited. Gonna check out this place. Hopefully go for a nice swim in the Aegean Sea as well. and obviously bring you guys along and show you everything along the way. Alright folks, so we just docked in a place on the European side of Turkey called Eceabat, and now we are going on a hunt to find the bus that we need in order to get to the beach that goes by the name of Kabatepe. This ferry was absolutely beautiful. You had stunning views all across the Dardanelles Strait, as I just mentioned there. Well worth the money in order to get across, and the total ferry time is anywhere between 20 and 40 minutes depending on how fast you're going.
I'm really wondering as well, every time we take a ferry in Turkey, how they do it so affordable.
So cheap.
I feel like the ferries here in Turkey seem to be even less expensive than the buses, the local buses. So whenever you take a ferry, you're usually looking at between 9 or 10 lira, kind of in that range. We haven't paid anything more so far. Really wondering how they're doing that.
Very conveniently just placed directly in front of where the ferry arrived, we found a bus that is headed in the direction of Kabatepe beach. So it's very hot, it's very humid. I believe right now it's around 34 degrees Celsius, so it's getting pretty sweaty in here.
I feel like they have the system here with the buses and the ferries very well figured out though, because as soon as you arrive with the ferry, there's literally 2 or 3 buses waiting for you to go to Kabatepe, and they leave pretty much immediately, so it's very convenient. Thank you.
Alright guys, just like that we have arrived at the area of Kabatepe on the opposite side of where we got off of the ferry itself. It was a quick 15-minute bus journey. How much was the bus actually?
The bus is 15 Turkish lira per person.
Yeah, so incredibly cheap day trip idea for you guys if you are visiting Çanakkale. We will of course be exploring Çanakkale a little bit more in this video, but for now let's go and enjoy some beautiful beach.
We are in the beach area, and you are immediately greeted with an entire forest full of pine trees, and you can hear cicadas in the distance. I don't know if you can hear it on the camera. I'm going to turn you around. Hopefully you can hear the cicadas from here. Like actually being here, you can definitely hear the cicadas in the distance. And now we are kind of approaching the water, and it looks as blue as ever. And you can see as well that they have loads and loads of facilities here for the visitors. So there are loads of picnic tables. There's a little restaurant from what I can see from here, and even loads and loads of sun loungers, and people seem to be enjoying themselves. So we are super excited to check this out. This is officially the first plunge of the year. We have been waiting for this for way too long. It's freezing cold! It's so cold!
This water is absolutely crystal clear here, beautifully cleaned. It is 10 Turkish lira per person to enter Kabatepe beach. It's well worth every single penny, because they do have sun loungers on the beach that are free and readily available for you to use. And there's plenty of local Turks here enjoying their day. It's a beautiful Tuesday, sunny Tuesday afternoon here, and wow, does not get much more beautiful than this.
By the way, we just checked Google Maps there. I'm not sure if I earlier in the video said that this is an island. It's actually not an island. This is the last stretch of the European continent, so this is kind of a little bit of a peninsula. Because we were going on a ferry boat, I was convinced this was an island, but it definitely isn't. And from here, you can actually see in the distance 2 different actual islands. This over there is a Greek island with the name of?
Samothrace or Samothraki. It's a beautiful, from what I've seen on Google, it's an amazing Greek island that has roughly around 2,500 people living on it, which makes it incredibly interesting. I'd say there's a lot of untouched or undiscovered nature, plenty of history as with all of the Greek islands. And you can also see a Turkish island just off in the distance that goes by the name of Gökçeada. Now, I have no idea about either of these two islands, but we just are the type of people where we see something and then we pop open Google Maps and we start looking at it from that perspective. But nonetheless, the islands, the Greek islands, there's obviously thousands of them to choose from, and I'm sure they're pretty easily accessible from all along the coast in Turkey. And you also have some pretty cool Turkish islands as well, which I'm sure are stunning to go and check out.
You can actually take a ferry from here, from Kabatepe, over to Gökçeada. I'm not sure how expensive that would be, but it's definitely very interesting, and I would love to check out the island over there because it looks very epic. Oh, so as soon as I start recording, the cicada stops. I wanted to say cicale. Cicale is cicada in Italian. I don't know, my mom calls them cicale, even in German, so that's why I keep repeating cicale. Not that it's of any interest. This experience here in the beach was hands down so relaxing. Luke is a little bit sunburned.
Yeah,
as always.
You know, I have Irish skin, so I definitely turn purple long before I turn brown. This beach, 100%, as Naomi said, worth every second. Was definitely worth the entry fee as well. We spent a solid like 2.5–3 hours here, and now because of the amount of time that we spent at the beach, we're feeling pretty hungry, so we figured that we would bring you guys back over to Çanakkale and bring you to our favorite restaurant that we've experienced so far in Çanakkale. They make incredible pita in like a wood fire oven, pide, and lahmacun and a whole bunch of other Turkish foods. So let's go and fill our bellies up.
The last time we went there as well, they promised us a sweet pide with tahinli, as far as I understood, so with like sesame paste, and I cannot wait to try that. I'm so excited.
Alright guys, so we made our way back over here to beautiful Çanakkale, and we are now on the street of, as I said, both of our favorite restaurants since we have arrived in Çanakkale, and it goes by the name of Turunç Pide. Cannot wait. This place does some really incredible food. So we just sat down in the restaurant, ordered our food, and I just got to witness, or we just got to witness, this amazing chef and just how he assembles and puts together the pita, and then he grabs what I can only describe as a large object and slides it into the wood fire oven. It's incredibly interesting. The taste and the flavor off of this pita is unmatched to anything that we've tried so far anyways in Turkey, and we are both hungry and excited to try this particular dish now as well.
I feel like the most special thing about this restaurant is that they make the pide to order. So like usually when you go to the bakery, obviously they're going to have pide already prepared, which is very tasty as well, but it's like a little bit more special if they actually make it for you and you get it like burning hot onto the table, and it's super, super tasty. We just ordered a pide with, I believe, mince and egg, and we ordered one with cheese and egg. And at the end, they basically drench it a little bit in butter, which makes it super tasty and juicy, and I cannot wait to eat it.
As I said, unmatched flavor, literally melt in your mouth. I cannot wait to show you guys when these come out of that beautiful oven as well. Teşekkürler. Oh my god.
Yeah.
This is why we came back here, for this exact reason.
Wow.
Teşekkürler.
Teşekkür
Naomi's trying to get the best angle on those vegetables.
They are still bubbly.
They're still bubbling away. As you can see, they literally brought out these vegetables and they are flaming hot. They go perfectly as well with the pide. Teşekkürler. Nice. You got a Sprite as well, two Sprites just to help wash down the pide itself. And as you can see here, they add like dollops of butter onto the pide itself. This one here is the pide with cheese and egg, and then this one here is more mincemeat and egg as well. And then you also get these bad boys as well, which are like a little bit of a kick of spice.
My favorite.
Yeah. Nonetheless, let's dig in and enjoy this meal.
Okay, so we are patiently waiting for this dinner to cool down so we can finally eat it.
I'm so excited.
The way you want to eat it is basically you want to add a little bit of these vegetables onto a slice of whatever pide you choose. This one is the one with mince, this one is the one with cheese and egg, I believe. This one here has egg as well. So you just want to add a little bit of vegetables on top of it, and then it goes into your mouth as soon as we can touch it with our hands without burning ourselves. Onion, if it doesn't fall. Okay, it fell. Still have a little bit of onion though. Oh.
Like it's steaming hot.
It is steaming hot. So hot. All of the lights. We do a little bit of party here. Oh my god, this is so tasty, so fresh out of the oven, juicy, drenched in butter. I cannot repeat myself too much. It is amazing.
Okay guys, I'm insanely excited now because I'm going to sample the cheese and egg one. The guy said when we were looking to order, we didn't really know what we were ordering. So obviously it's a Turkish menu. So we were reading through it and we were trying to decipher with Google Translate basically what was going on. And what he said was, go for the cheese and egg option. It's absolutely beautiful. So, that being said, I'm gonna give this piece a try. Cheers, guys. He wasn't lying when he said it is beautiful. The taste of the bread is just beautiful in every way possible. I'm sorry, there's children screaming here. But the bread, unbelievable. Cheese melts in your mouth. The egg as well that coats over the top is unreal. Come here and try it as soon as you can. It's great.
You can really see that it's a family restaurant through and through with the amount of children here at the moment, but it gives it a lot of life and it's amazing, so we are going to enjoy this food now. The last time we were here, both of us favored this one. I think the last time we were here we tried 3 different pide but the other two didn't make it into this order. So this time we ordered our favorite one again, which is mince and egg. But now that we tried the new one, I believe I might have a new favorite one, which is the cheese and egg one. So this one.
I cannot put into words the taste that they managed to bake into this bread dish. It's so simple when you think about it. It's literally bread, some egg, some meat. It's done in a simple old school wood fire oven. It all comes down to technique, the quality of the ingredients, and who the chef is. And the result here in Turunç Pide in Çanakkale is simply spectacular. 10 out of 10, all day.
It's so good that I have been eating behind the camera.
I myself, I'm a huge fan of spicy food, and actually Naomi, ever since we've been to Mexico, has also become a fan of spicy food. And because of that, we are both falling in love with Turkish cuisine. They always give you a side of these chilies. These ones are not going to blow your head off. They're actually really, really nice and sweet, but they do have a little bit of extra flavor and extra kick that will aid you along your way while you're eating down this incredible food. Cheers, guys. You can see all those seeds in there. That's where the heat is from. It's right there. Update on the current situation. We cleaned those plates off. We ate absolutely everything, and we're very, very happily full. So right now what we're doing is just basically taking a little bit of a chai break, which is very common here in Turkey, although I do believe they typically have their tea at the end of a meal. Kind of similar to Italy in how they have an espresso after a meal. They typically have some nice Turkish chai at the end of a meal, but it isn't the end of the meal for us yet. We are currently waiting for a traditional Turkish dessert that was recommended to us the last time we came here to this restaurant, and this time around we just had to try it.
We also, this time we asked the chef to pick the dessert, so like we don't actually know what they are going to make for us. I just kind of pointed at the dessert part of the menu and asked him which dessert would be the best, and he just said, leave it up to me, basically. He knows his stuff. So our dessert is currently being prepared, and it seems to be a family effort. Check this out. Luke is filming. No, stay in the camera. The dad is a little bit shy when it comes to the camera, but this food looks, oh my god, so amazing. So much effort goes into this. It was like about I wouldn't say a 20-step process until it was done, and I think they're close to being done, and I'm like, I just see it and I smell it and I can feel all of the saliva in my mouth being like, yes, we need to eat this.
Okay people, so this dessert was just prepared hot and fresh, and I got to witness the entire thing just as Naomi might have shown you guys. Wow, step by step. I cannot imagine the amount of preparation. Well, now I've seen it actually, the amount of preparation that goes into this dish. Before the first time when we came here to Turunç Pide, we both said it's so tasty because it's so simple. Well, there's actually plenty that goes into this dish. I'm sorry, I can't even speak because of how excited I am about trying this dish. But there's so many different steps and processes that go into this particular dessert. So many different layers of flavors that he just kept adding on top. And now, I'm gonna try the first bite. Here we go. Pick a piece right up. I don't know if it's still hot. It almost looks like a piece of baklava, but it's different. This is like baklava with a twist. So here you go, guys. Cheers. Oh my god.
Is it hot?
It's perfect temperature. It melts in your mouth. What does that taste like? It tastes similar to something that I've tasted before, but it is just unbelievable. Yeah, I can't even put into words. I'm completely, like, I'm actually shell-shocked at how good this is. It's probably the tastiest dessert that I've ever tried in my life, and I've just had one mouthful. Wow. There's a whole plate for us to enjoy, and just after that one piece, I can tell you, it's sweet, and it is just absolutely delicious. Naomi's gonna try a piece right now. She's super excited.
I'm patiently waiting behind the camera like, oh my god, can I get to try this dish as well?
It's so good.
So here we go. Is there honey in this as well? I didn't see the...
From what I saw, to be honest, I have no idea. But
wow.
They added plenty to it.
Okay, let's try. Does it fit in my mouth?
Yeah. It's so good.
Oh my god.
It is unreal.
It is... What? It's incredible. It has a... I believe there's a little bit of maybe tahini or something in there, so you have like a sesame taste to it. You have a pistachio taste to it, so you have like the nutty aspect of it. I believe there's honey in it as well. And then a whole lot of other things.
Yeah.
It's very different.
Unbelievable. Like, what would you give it out of 10 in terms of desserts that you've tried?
Probably a 15.
Oh.
It's so good.
Yeah.
The taste, like the taste profile is so complex, but it all ties together perfectly, which I didn't, like seeing it beforehand, I was like, maybe it's a lot going on, you know? But all of the taste profiles tie in together perfectly, and it's so tasty. Oh my god.
So guys, if we haven't proven already that you need to come here to Turunç Pide in Çanakkale and give this place a shot, you need to. It's a family-run Turkish restaurant, and let me tell you something, the family are absolutely amazing. The dad, I believe the son, is the chef, and he basically cooks up all of the dishes, and he's probably the one that you're going to see the most of in this video. But this is amazing, really, really, really good, and something that you definitely will not have tried before if you haven't been to Turkey yet. So get here as soon as you can, give it a try. I'm gonna eat everything. I'm literally gonna just scoop everything up and put it in my mouth.
We are back at our accommodation, and check this out. They have this amazing rooftop terrace. It's so beautiful up here, and that dinner just there, my god, it was the perfect way to end our stay in Çanakkale.
Absolutely, yeah guys, tomorrow we are on to a new city. We're not going to say just where it is yet, but we're very excited to continue to show you guys all around Turkey. As we said before, we're here for 3 long months, so we have plenty more of exploration and videos from Turkey coming your way. But for now, it's time to say goodbye. My name is Luke.
My name is Naomi.
We are the Two Mad Explorers.
And this is your reminder to keep exploring.
See you guys in the next video.
Thanks for watching.
Ciao, ciao.